Hey, what's up, everybody? It's still early in the season, but this is a big, big match. We are playing on the road against Shaanxi Changan. And as you can see here, we're currently in second place. We're 1 point behind them. We have a goal differential of 30. We've won 7, and our one loss came to Wuhan, who are right behind us. And so this is kind of one of those matches early in the season that could kind of make or break this season. We just trying to look really quick if we have any major injury issues. We really don't. I suppose Paulson is not quite fit yet, but it doesn't really matter. We just had where is he? Yanbian just came back from injury. He's also not match fit, so he's not going to play in this one, which is all right because it means we have Monta and Rovagli up front. We'll have Delphi over here, and we'll put in Diko Ang, which is not necessarily my choice there on the left-hand side. I would rather have Jubin in there, but he hasn't played so well the last 2 games or so. So we'll have him on the bench and sort of see what we can figure out, see what we can come up with. The game's telling me that I have a perfect team selected, so hopefully that is an auspicious sign. Not really too much of a crowd here in Shaanxi from what I can see, and it looks like they stole our stadium, but that's Football Manager for you. And we'll see how this one goes. For us, this is a very, very big match. I mean, if we can win this one, then we go in the driver's seat in first place, and I don't think anybody else in the division can catch us. If we lose this, then this is going to be an interesting season. It's going to mean that we're going to have to really scrimp and scrap and try to do our best to earn wins in the rest of our matches and make it go forward. And we are in white, and there's Park Myung-sung with the ball. He takes it up forward over to Monta, finds Victor coming on the side. Joao Victor knocks it forward and just can't quite get that cross to get up high enough for the header to move in. And the game doesn't know where the highlight starts and where it ends. Here's Romeo Lavia. Lavia takes it up forward, looking to make a cross and has it just taken straight off of him. Lavia, however, is able to win it back. Very, very good play there in midfield from him. And then we have another highlight that starts up. So kind of odd behavior here by the game so far. Victor now with it over to Wade. Wade will take this one up and then finds Lavia there in the middle. Then he looks forward to Delphi, and Delphi in a crossing position crosses it backward to Lavia, and Romeo's shot ends up going up to the 10th row. So it was a good idea. I like that thinking, but not very well executed. Just under 20,000 here for what is probably the first of the real big matches this year. We hope that we can win the whole thing before we have to face these guys again, but this is a big one, and Diko Ang loses it and then wins it back. Very, very good play by Jakob over to Wade. Wade looks forward for Monta, who has a little bit of subterfuge there as he gets that ball back and then scores the easy goal into the bottom corner. And, I mean, Monta allows the defender here. Check this out. He allows the, was that a fullback or a center back? I think it's a center back to win it. And then he just stands there and waits for him to head it down. And, I mean, that was pretty smart. That's using your head. You let the other guy use his head, and then you just take the ball back off of him. I don't mind that idea too much. 1-0 Yanbian FC here in the early going, and we're about 16 minutes into this one. Here's a Brefa with it over to Wade. Wade finds Diko Ang over to Monta, and he kicks that ball straight into the defender. However, we're able to win it back. Park Myung-sung, and then that's the end of that highlight. Very, very strange behavior by the game so far. I haven't quite seen this before. Rovagli with it from Park Myung-sung, takes it back to Park Myung-sung to Wade, then to Delphi, and then over to Monta, back to Rovagli, over to Wade. Wade with it up to Victor. Victor takes it in a crossing position over to Rovagli for a header, and Rovagli, as you know, has that golden head, and he's so dangerous with that one, and that one just goes over. And it is won by Kaishin in midfield over to Diko Ang, who wins it himself, again by a bit of a subterfuge. Over to Monta, who looks forward, finds Delphi, and Delphi had a great idea. I think that they're going to call that as offside is what I think, but it would have been a goal kick either way. Very, very good play so far by Monta, and here's Delphi with this free kick, looking for, I'm not sure who it was, and is knocked away. Over to Park Myung-sung now, over to trying to get Rovagli and just can't quite do it. And this is knocked forward, and Brefa goes over and gets it, and he'll knock it back down to Park Myung-sung. Over to Lavia, we reset. Over to Wade now. Wade down to Rovaglia. Rovaglia looks forward, finds Monta. He threads the needle backwards to Diko Ang, and I don't know how that one missed. Jakob has to shoot it at the goal, not to the side of the goal. Excellent play here, though, by Monta, who's in trouble as soon as he gets it, and he just looks over for the man crossing in the area, and Jakob Dicko Eng looks like he doesn't know where the goal is. That should have been a goal. That was an excellent chance, and that was a great play created by Monta. And here's Wade with it, looking now down over to Abrefa. We'll reset a little bit. Abrefa over to Delphi. Delphi now over to Pak Myung-sung, and he's going to look to thread the needle. And he does over to Ravaglia, and that's a goal. Pietro takes it off of the defender, knocks it through the goaltender, and that's the second goal of the game. And that's, I don't know how many of the season for Ravaglia. And I mean, this guy is good. Remember last season I was starting to wonder if he was actually going to make it? Well, now we have our answer. Pietro Ravaglia is arguably the best player on this team. And we're up 2-0 here against the team that's ahead of us. And it's only about a half hour into this match. I thought it was going to be a close one. Dicko Eng wins this ball and tries for a goal from range and forces a very good save from their goalkeeper. And we are on the break again. Here's Abrefa now with the corner. And he knocks it forward. And, I mean, you can see we have basically nobody there to take that corner, but it's all right. Joao Victor now over to Abrefa, and that's a goal. Kelvin with his second goal of the season is 3-0 Yanbian FC here in the early going. And, I mean, we have just piled on the pressure right from the very start, and we're making this one look silly. We're making this one look easy. And you've got to ask yourself, what in the world happened to us in the Conference League this year? Because this team looks really good. I think I had too many transfers. That's what I think happened. I think that I should have toned it down just a little bit. And we need to win this ball back, and let's see what we can do here. They have their little triangle attack, working the triangle again. As long as they keep the ball on the ground, we won't get it, but if they knock it in the air like they just did, then we will. Jakob Dicko Eng now looks forward for a cross, still looking. He's going to knock it back over to Joao Victor, who will take it. Reset from a very good angle, and there's a little blooper up there to Delphi, who tries to get a head on it, and unfortunately, when Chunyu, the goalie, is in a good position to make the save. But Victor just sort of took his time, sort of blooped that one up there, and that was a pretty good attempt there by Delphi. That's what we like to see, and we are playing very well here in the early going. Pak Myung-sung over to Lavia, over to Rovaglia. Rovaglia to Delphi, back to Rovaglia. Rovaglia back to Delphi. Delphi now wins two defenders for his trouble, over to Lavia, then to Pak Myung-sung. Pak Myung-sung, and he takes a shot from range. It wasn't a bad idea. It does say what a goal that would have been. We have seen Pak Myung-sung score that before, though it's not very common that he scores. Kind of hard for a fullback like him to score that many goals. And as soon as they lump it in the air, we win it. And Victor wins it again, and tries to get it over to Lavia, who's just not quite quick enough. And this should have been a goal, really, for Shaanxi Changan. I don't know how they missed that. That was a very good attempt, and that's very scary. And this is what happens when we play against teams that aren't completely awful. Lavia now takes it forward over to Ravaglia, and Pietro is going to crosses it back over to Delphi, and Delphi with the shot comes to nothing. And that's another goal kick, but it's a really good idea, very good penetration. And good thought, good aggressive play so far in this one. Kashin now, and Aaron over to Wade. Wade knocks it forward looking for Delphi, and he just can't get a header onto it. If he gets a header onto it, he's a wide open goal. And, I mean, this is going back to their player whose name I can't say because there are no vowels. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Joao Victor is able to knock that one out for a throw, and we'll let this become a throw. This was another one of these very good attacking moments by Shaanxi Changan. Nadip, I think is this guy's name. I'm not sure. I don't know who this is, but at any rate, he is going to give me nightmares here. But fortunately, we're able to get the momentum back here as Joao Victor has the corner, and it just goes off of the head of Kashin. And it's back with Wade, who's going way back to get to that one. And then he has an awful pass that goes to absolutely nobody in midfield. And there's a bit of a problem, miscommunication. And this is where we really can be punished for this. And it's Ogbu with the header. Unfortunately for us, that wasn't really much of a header at all. The fans are cheering. I don't know what they're cheering about because they are down 3-0 and look like they're not going to do anything at all. Delphi now with it forward for Dicko Eng, and that one's just off the crossbar and sort of pops up into the air. That's kind of a ridiculous type of way to miss it. As you saw from my video yesterday, there's a lot of questions about these balls off the crossbar in Football Manager. We're just going to go forward with this. No changes at halftime. We'll see what things are looking like about 60 minutes in. And if we're winning by enough and aren't too tired, we'll just leave these guys out. And let's see what happens. So it's Ru Kum Hyuk, I think is his name. I'm guessing it's another North Korean who knocks that one forward into about nothing. I say Ru, it should be actually Lee. And the reason why I say he's North Korean is because it's not spelled Lee, but instead Ri. And that's what I get for not having things written out for me in Korean, which would make it a lot easier. We're going to take a quick little look here. I know that they have the ball. We're going to take a quick little look here at our tactics and just make sure that things are going okay. We don't have anybody who's injured, no, but I think we are going to put Jubin on for Dick Oang. And let's see if there's anything else we want to do. We want to keep both of them on because they're playing well. I think Delphi needs to come off, and we'll put in Gustafsson, and I think that'll be fine for now. And, of course, none of this will happen until after this highlight's done. And, of course, as always, if we give up a goal, it'll tell me, are you sure you wanted to make the change? If we give one up, yeah. If we score one, we'll probably make the change anyway. It wouldn't be a big problem. And we are just sort of playing catch-up here, and you can tell that we're starting to really tire in this. And this is coming off of a rest period, the international period we had, which was 2 weeks long. I think that was yesterday or the day before, I forget. Joao Victor is able to win this off, and you can see as soon as he wins it off, everybody goes bursting forward because even though we're playing on a balanced mentality, we think about attacking all the time. Lavia with a wasteful shot, but it's all right. At least we had some energy and some pep, and we looked like we actually want to score the ball instead of kicking it back and forth the whole match long. We're more than content to let them kick the ball around, and then we'll win it off of them, and then we'll attack again. And this time we do not win it in midfield, which is always strange for us. Usually we win in midfield no problem, and I'm not sure what in the world that was. That was a ridiculous shot. A pretty poor attempt there by Shaanxi Changan. And I feel a little bit let down. I thought that playing against the top team in the division would be much more difficult than this. Of course, we do have some time left, so I ought to be careful about what I say. Abraifa with it here, gets it back from Gustafsson over to Lavia, back to Gustafsson, now over to Park Myung-sung. Park Myung-sung over to Lavia, over to Gustafsson. Gustafsson in traffic, over to Park Myung-sung again. He looks wide for Gustafsson, down to Lavia. Lavia wants to center it forward, just can't quite do it. Over to Park Myung-sung now. Park Myung-sung, and he looks for a cross, looks for Mwanta, can't quite find him. He has guys all around him. Wade wins it back over to Gustafsson. Gustafsson hesitates, knocks it forward, and takes a shot on his own. And that was a pretty good play by Gustafsson, showing us what he's capable of doing. And let's see. Yeah, I was going to say one of these two need to come out here. We're going to put Chung Bingbin back on. I know he didn't play that well last game, but let's put him on for a little while. We'll put Yen Quinn on here, play left back, which he's not exactly great at doing. And then finally, we'll put Lee Jin-young on for Lavia, and that will be the end of that. And we'll get back into action and see what we can do. We should be able to hold on to this. I'm just hoping we can get another goal or two to show our dominance. But looks like they have the ball. And it's with Jorman. I'm not quite sure who this player is. That's the way it always is in this game. I don't know who anybody else's players are. I know who mine are. And that's a good move by Shaanxi Changan, but not quite good enough to beat our defense. And we still have the 3-0 lead. And we are down to a little bit less than 10 minutes left in regulation here in regular time. And it's Ndip Tambe with another one of those shots, and that one's knocked out for a throw. Good defensive work and a very good save by Liu Xiaoziyang. And they've had a number of these chances where, I think against a lesser goaltender or against worse defense, they would be able to score. But not so much in this one. Now, I will note that my assistant manager thinks that our big weakness is defense on this squad, and it probably is the case. I'm looking at Park Myung-sung, who's having a really poor game here of things, at least from what I can see ratings-wise. Jubin also having yet another really quiet match, so that Jubin sort of miracle wonder period of time might be over. Gustafsson now forward to Mwanta, and there's another goal from Mwanta, second of the game, 4-0 Yanbian FC. Excellent cross there by Gustafsson, who looks like he's been playing with Mwanta for his whole career. And, might as well be. I think Gustafsson is a Thai under-21 national, and Mwanta, of course, is the famous member of the Thai national team and is an incredible striker in real life as well. Gets a second goal, and that's going to make him happy. And he's telling me, don't think about Pietro. I'm the best player in this club. And that's part of our lack of cohesion. As you can see, Mwanta knocking off the back foot of his own offensive player. But it doesn't matter in the end. We win 4-0. An excellent performance by just about everybody. I'm only a little bit upset there with Jubin, who didn't look like he really had much to... was doing much in this match, but it's all right. He's young. We will give him time to develop. Shaanxi Changan win the possession battle, but we win where it counts, which is the game itself. I will see you tomorrow with more action. Talk to you then. Bye.